there was 1 second. Okay, so that's great, but what determined me storing it across 2 partitions? Why not 4 partitions? Why not 8 partitions? Well, the reason why you actually utilize 2 partitions here is simply because of the fact that 2 cores was actually specified. And you can see here, process, local, and I believe that's what the 2 means here for 2 cores. Yeah, and that's what we did when we had here. See local 2. Yeah, but what we can do is when we created this distributed collection, this RDD, we can actually specify how many partitions we want. So I could do a (8) here. Okay, so I do that, shift enter. Now it's created this. I can re-execute the map, shift enter, and then on this collect, well, let's go back to this screen here, go back to jobs, and look, there's only 1 because I haven't executed the collect yet. So just build a list of instructions. Okay, as soon as I do collect now at this point, shift enter, it doesn't look like anything has changed, right? Look, 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 2, sorry, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16. So it doesn't look like anything has changed. But let's look at this screen. For doing a 5, we now see that this is now the collect, which is executed. If you look on the far right, we now see 8 out of 8. So now we see 8 partitions. Okay. So this data set of 100 objects has been split into 8 partitions and distributed within the cluster. Within this example, is obviously a local machine, so it's only really 8 partitions stored in the same Java process, if you like. Yeah. But if this was pointed to a cluster, those 8 partitions should be scattered or distributed, hopefully evenly. So if we had 4 nodes, there'd be 2 partitions here, 2 partitions, 2 partitions, 2 partitions, so equally distributed. Okay, and if we click on here, you can see now the 8 partitions, yeah, all on the same machine because we've got driver local. The length of time it took to execute each of these the instructions on each of the partition. So this one, it was slow, so 59 milliseconds on this guy, and this summarizes statistically. So the slowest was 59 milliseconds, and the quickest was 22 milliseconds. Okay,